not to go back. Years ago, says Ian, you recorded with the drum legend that is Fife Ewing. Any plans to work with him again? No, because I don't think Fife enjoys making music. I didn't get the sense that he was loving being there. I think it seemed like he wasn't enjoying it very much. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but there were certain songs that he didn't want to play. And I'm like, great, just tell us you don't want to play them. But he would play them, just not be happy about it. So yeah, I love Fife's playing, but I can't say that we keep in touch. I can't say that we fucking hit it off like a fucking couple. But I guess that's the reason why he doesn't really do music anymore, because he doesn't really enjoy it. If someone doesn't enjoy music, it's not for me to drag them along, you know what I mean? It's like, it's there are a lot of people there that love playing it and like playing my songs. If you don't like playing music or you don't like playing my songs, probably best that we don't make music together. Fairly basic. Tom asks, is there any possibility coming to Australia for a tour? Or is it completely out of the question? Oh, Australia is such a fucking hard place to tour. First of all, you've got to get promoters who believe that you're going to sell tickets. So they've got to get you all the way over there. And the distances between gigs in Australia is fucking mad. So all the money is spent on getting you there and travelling to and from the gigs. Would I like to come back to Australia? I fucking love Australia. The only time I really got to see it properly was touring with Courtney Love. She did a lot of places. We went to Tasmania. But also all the principal places like Sydney. But yeah, I love Australia. I fucking love Australians. I don't know what it is about Australians, but every time I meet one, I fucking really love them. I like everything about them. I like the sense of humour. I like that they don't take themselves too seriously. I like that they don't take any shit either. And I also like that they can drink. Now, these days, it doesn't really matter to me that much because I'm not going to get drunk. But back in the day, partying with people who aren't going to fall asleep 5 pints in, it used to mean a lot. I would go back to Australia at a heartbeat. I just need someone to pay for me to go and book some shows, which probably isn't likely to happen because we don't sell enough records out there. I'm sorry, Australia. Hopefully one day that will change and I will keep that thought in my head, as opposed to the reality that Australia is a hard place to play. Damien asks, listening to Teeth tonight in the gym. When will this be released on CD, vinyl? I think I've answered that one. It's a phenomenal album, albeit on the short side. But hey, it's a punk album. It's supposed to be on the short side. You do not want a 60-minute album that sounds like Teeth, because you'll never listen to it. No one listened to it. Back in my day, terrible thing to say, back in my day, but punk albums were short. Hardcore albums were short. Fucking thrash albums were short. It was supposed to be a short, sharp shock. That was the whole point of it. And the whole point of Teeth was there was billions of songs and it's over in a heartbeat. People I don't know, is it about length? Is length important? Do some people only value an album based on how long it is? Yeah, I'd take that any way you want. But no, I don't believe in looking at the clock when you're listening to music. Did you enjoy it? That's the only thing that matters to me. Fucking hell. Some of the punk bands I love, they have an album and it's on fucking 45. It's not even on 33. And it literally 6 minutes aside. And I fucking love it because it's 4 or 5 songs, Is it going to be released? I don't know. It's that thorny subject of the day. Record companies and people that release records. All of the fucking bullshit that happens behind the scenes. I would like it to be released. Am I going to go through hoops and bureaucracy and red tape? No, not today. So no, I don't believe that Teeth will see the light of day because people. That's why. Because people, the fucking pain in the arse, some of them. Gianni asks, what is the lovely obsession with Paul Stanley guitars? Paul Stanley was, image-wise, was a big influence on me. He was the first rock star that used different guitars. And I just thought there was a space in time around about 77 where I probably got into Kiss that he could do no wrong. He hadn't written a book. to advertise the fact that he's a fucking insecure weirdo that blames everybody else for his fucking failings. And he hadn't started playing shitty looking guitars. He didn't do that until later on, when, you know, these Washburns and stuff that fucking looked like designed by someone who'd never seen a guitar before. But in the 70s, his guitar, they were flying Vs. Even Explorers you'd play. But that fucking Ibanez Iceman, I mean, I'd never seen anyone play an Ibanez Iceman before. When you're a fucking little kid, 13, 14, whatever, and you see someone who's got a star on their eye and fucking Ibanez Iceman and fucking bombs going off, that's going to impress the fuck out of you. I don't care who you are. Yeah, and then after Kiss came Cheap Trick. And talk about people who changed the guitars a lot. Rick Nielsen suddenly turned into the new face for cool guitars. And from then, I was just obsessed with different guitars. So, yeah, it's Paul Stanley kind of started the obsession. But it's the idea of guitars. I don't fucking value them very much. But I like them, you know. I like them. They look nice and they're funny. And you know, you get to change them all the time, much to the chagrin of your guitar tech, who fucking hates, and Dunk, my guitar tech, hates my choice of guitars, because I like funny shapes. I was still into guitar shapes when kind of Motley Crue came out, and they had all the BC Riches. I love, through the late 70s, you had Aerosmith, who all played BC Rich bitches. That was between 77 and about 83 was my magic time for guitar shapes. I can play the guitar now, so I like a good Les Paul. I like a good Telecaster. But they're guitar players' guitars. I was a fan. I like funny shaped guitars. I still do. It's not that I like all funny shaped guitars. Some of them I think look ridiculous, but I still love an odd shape. I still love guitars that my guitar tech's not going to like. I don't know if that kind of has anything to do with it, but yeah. You know, give me an Ibanez Iceman over a fucking Charvel any day of the week. It's my personal taste. And it all started with Paul Stanley, I have to say. Justin asks, are your guitars tuned to E-flat or the usual standard tuning? Would you consider doing tutorials to break down some of the songs as part of the podcast? Okay, first part of the question, we tuned down by a habit. When I started out with the Wildhearts, I couldn't sing and I couldn't hit the high notes, so we tuned down because A, it was heavier, and B, I didn't have to sing as high. Got to sing one lower, fucking semitone, which is a big deal when you can't sing and you don't know how to project and control your vocals. Now it's habit. I like the sound of it. Things sound a little bit too shiny when they're concert pitch, which is standard tuning. So I still, through the process of habit, still like them tuned one semitone down, which is E-flat. It does help with the singing. You know, I don't care who anyone else is. It helps with the singing to be able to push yourself with that extra fucking semitone in the bank. Would I consider doing tutorials? No fucking way. I haven't got the patience. I would be terrible as a teacher. But I tell you who's fucking great as a teacher, Ben Marsden, the Wildhearts guitar player. If you want to learn any Wildheart song or any solo song or anything that I've ever done, Ben Marsden is your fella. He's the best person to go to. The worst person to go to would be me. And whoever you are, you would agree with that if you ever tried to spend half an hour with me teaching you something, because I've got no fucking patience whatsoever. I'd be terrible to teach anyone to drive. I'd be fucking terrible to teach anyone to do anything, let's face it. Well, playing the guitar, I'd just be like, just put your finger there. Put your finger there, what's wrong with you? What you don't want to hear when you're learning guitar. My advice would be teach yourself. That's what I did, you know, and, you know, it works. It takes a little bit longer, but it's, you know, you still get there. If you want someone to help, Ben Marsden is your fella. Colin asks, any plans to re-release earlier albums? Yes. There are talks about releasing a version of Earth vs. the Wildhearts with all of the gubbins and trimmings and extra stuff that hasn't been released yet. And me and Dante like the idea of that, because then we could do a touring Q&A where we get to talk about Earth vs. the Wildhearts and how we met and how fucking ridiculous we were at the time. How the world was a ridiculous place. You know, in the early 90s, driving a tractor into a swimming pool was no big deal. You know, someone else had done something 10 times worse. So yeah, I'd like to do a spoken word kind of Q&A thing. You know, playing a few acoustic songs or whatever. No acoustic songs. I'm not an acoustic guitar, electric guitar. I answered early on about writing songs on acoustic, but I hate playing acoustic on stage. I fucking hate it. Oh, I'd rather give me an electric guitar on stage anytime. But I would like to do a Q&A thing with Dante Benuto about Earth versus the Wildhearts. So that's reason enough for me to want to do it. Do I want to get involved and get my hands dirty and all the bullshit? No, not today. And Thomas, what is your worst tattoo? See, Thomas, I never wanted more than one tattoo. So I got a tattoo on, I forget which one it was. Oh, it was that one up there. The cards. And I got a tattoo because Paul Stanley, who's getting mentioned a second time in this one, had a tattoo. And I thought, how hard can it be? Paul Stanley's got one. You don't have to be that tough to get a tattoo. I was wrong. I got the biggest shock in my life when that needle touched my skin. I was just like, fucking hell. And my foot shot off it connected with the table, and I fucking shot about 20 feet back. And I was just like, this is going to be hard work. And from then, I got a second one and a third one, but I never wanted another one in the world, ever. Back when I was getting tattoos, I didn't want to be covered in tattoos. I am literally covered in tattoos now, but I never wanted to have sleeves. I never wanted to have fucking body tattoos and get my chest tattooed and my back. What's the point of getting your back tattooed? No one can see it. And then, you develop a love for getting tattooed and the whole process of getting tattooed. And you just get tattoos that mean something. What's the worst one? I've had some really bad tattooists. I mean, some people who just can't fucking draw. And then I've had some people that are starting out. And they're not bad tattooists. They're just really inexperienced. So they do a tattoo and it looks like shit because they go too deep and the blood bleeds out the ink and you end up with something that, isn't. I've got a lot of tattoos I've had done twice. I got this one done twice, which is fucking horrible on your fingers and your hand. But I got this tattoo done. It looked great. I went on tour and it came off. I'm like, fucking hell. So I had to go to someone who's going to be a bit more heavy-handed and tattoo it in properly, which was not the most fun I've ever had. So yeah, what's the worst one? I'll tell you my least favourite and one that I always consider getting crossed out or touched up or covered, but I can't be bothered. And it was when I was obsessed with my iPod, to the point where I was terrified of losing my iPod or it breaking down. So I got like 2 or 3 iPods and I had the same playlist, and this thing used to follow me to bed. I mean, I loved my iPod. So I got an apple on my back here with smiley bones. And I just thought that was cool as fuck until I realised that Apple are a bunch of fucking slave trading, fucking corporate cocksucking motherfuckers who would just sell you something that was designed to last for 5 months just to take your fucking money. You're worth nothing but your money. And I despise Apple products now. Although I'm speaking into one, I no longer use my iPod. It's funny, you can be so in love with something or someone or a situation, absolutely besotted with it. And then 5-10 years later, you look back, you're not even using it. It doesn't have the same appeal. And you look back and go like, fucking hell, what's the point? I've got Spotify now. I like playing vinyl now. But I was obsessed with Apple products. I had a Mac, and I just thought, what would I do without this? What would I do without my Mac? I'd fucking read. I'd go for a walk. I'd take in nature and do something functional and beneficial for me instead of looking at this fucking screen. But that's not to say I don't like looking at the screen when I'm with you guys. I like looking at the screen when I'm doing these things. I love doing these podcasts. I'm really enjoying it, especially at a time when you're not getting on with the music industry all that well, to the point where you go, you know what, if this all fell apart tomorrow, would I give a fuck? The beautiful thing about podcasts is it's me here talking. I give it to Phil. He edits it. It gets on fucking line. You guys enjoy it. It's just the chain of command is simple. And I like simple because it's effective. And it stands to reason that's probably going to last longer. So I love these podcasts for lots of different reasons. But today I love these podcasts because we make them, they sound great. They look great. You lot, it's been so fucking supportive. This is almost like, this is mine. This is mine. I don't have to persuade someone to fucking do something. It's mine. As long as you're there and our team's there and our producers there. These things are always going to be there. And I love your fucking questions. I love your questions. And on a day like today, I want to fuck your questions. That's how much I love your questions. I thank you so much for fucking still being here, for supporting us in this. It means the world to me. It really does. I fucking love you all. And I mean that. I really do love you all. And thank you for allowing me to do this and saving my sanity today from the fucking music industry. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Bye.